You're not being left behind because you're poor. You're being left behind because you're playing a game you didn't design. Pause. You're drowning in a financial mess deliberately created by the market. The more choices you have, the more paralyzed you become. The more experts you hear, the more direction you lose. Pause. But here's the truth. The wealthy don't invest this way. They don't chase trends. They don't follow the crowd. They choose right and stay the course. Pause. With just 4 ETFs, a clear strategy, and one bold decision, you can change your entire financial life. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to start early. You just have to start right, and here's exactly how to do it, step by step. Pause. Investing is complex because it's designed to make you fail. Pause. Let's be blunt. Investing isn't complicated. The market makes it feel chaotic because that chaos benefits a select few. Every messy chart, every buzzword, every screaming stock pick on YouTube is built to disorient you and make you dependent. That's the system. Make you believe you're not smart enough to play. Ironically, those who are truly building wealth do the opposite. Pause. They simplify. And in that simplicity, they gain control. The ones who actually grow their wealth aren't tracking daily market swings. They aren't chasing hot tips from TikTok. They choose fewer things, understand them deeply, and hold them patiently. The video exposes this truth clearly. Most of the loudest voices aren't rich from investing. They're rich from your attention. Pause. So ask yourself, pause, are you following someone who's building real wealth or someone who profits from pretending they are? This is the wake-up call. So, if you've ever felt overwhelmed, it's not because you're incapable, it's because the system is built to distract you. Real strategies are simple, clear, and require fewer moving parts. And one of the simplest yet most powerful frameworks is the 4 ETF structure. Don't let the noise steer your future. Pause. Begin with what's solid, controllable, and free from the market's manipulation. You don't need to be smart. You just need to understand it right. Pause. Sigh. No one has to be a genius to build wealth. What's essential is starting from simplicity. Many believe they need financial advisors, dozens of books, or huge capital. But the truth is the opposite. A simple spreadsheet, a bit of foundational knowledge, and a clear strategy using 4 ETFs can completely reshape your financial future. It's not about advanced skills, it's about decisive action. Some start with no advantage, no fancy tools, no insider network, nothing special except clarity in their approach. They don't rely on secret information or fancy signals. They rely on understanding how the system works and sticking to it. A clear strategy allows them to build a portfolio that starts paying them instead of the other way around. No daily market check-ins, just adherence to principles. Wealth thinking doesn't come from knowing everything. It comes from knowing what matters. Those who delay for more knowledge stay stuck. Those who act with just enough understanding take control. You don't need to know it all. You just need to know what you're doing. With 4 right ETFs and 1 smart strategy, you don't need perfection. You just need to not stand still. Pause. The first ETF, broad growth, ultra low cost. Pause. Start with the foundation, not what's flashy. Pause. The first ETF represents 500 of the top companies in the U. Instead of picking one winner, you own the entire economy. That's real strength, not betting on a stock, but riding the tide of the entire market. From tech and healthcare to consumer goods and finance, it's all in there. This is what it means to own America. Pause. The strength of this ETF isn't about explosive returns. It's about consistency and laughably low cost. No money wasted on managers trying to beat the market, but rarely succeeding. This ETF spreads across sectors, balancing risk naturally. When one falls, another rises. This isn't trend chasing, it's structure. It's how you grow without gambling. It's how you get results without relying on luck. Picture a house with no foundation. No matter how stylish the design, a storm can level it. Pause. This ETF is that concrete base. It doesn't brag. It doesn't sparkle, but it holds everything together. It has survived crashes, recessions, inflation, and still climbed. It doesn't follow hype. It follows strength. Pause. And if you're looking for where to begin, this is your first stone. The second ETF, getting paid while you sleep. Pause. No one told you that you can earn consistent income simply by owning companies that actually pay you. This isn't about speculation. This is about dividends. Real, regular, rising cash flow from businesses that have stood the test of time. Pause. When you own this ETF, you're holding a stream of passive income that grows without your active effort. You get paid even while you sleep. This ETF doesn't chase momentum. It screens for quality, companies with strong earnings, stable cash flow, and a proven history of paying and increasing dividends. When the market shakes, these businesses keep operating, While others panic, you collect. Pause. You're not just investing for future value, you're generating income. Now you're building a system that rewards you for staying invested. The true power here is reinvestment. Dividends can be used to buy more shares, especially when prices drop. That's how you turn volatility into opportunity. No need to time the market. No need to predict the future. Pause. Just let the cash flow grow and compound. This ETF builds the bridge between growth and freedom. It's not just about returns. It's about real, usable income. The third ETF, a chance to ride the innovation wave. Pause. You can't build a modern portfolio while ignoring technology. This isn't just a sector, it's a century-defining force. Choose. Pause. This ETF captures the top 100 non-financial innovators shaping the future. It includes giants in AI, cloud, fintech, semiconductors, electric vehicles. You're not choosing a single winner, you're buying the entire wave. From how we live to how we pay, they shape it all. This isn't an option. Pause. It's a responsibility for anyone serious about the next 10 years. Many fear volatility, but volatility creates opportunity. Pause. This ETF fluctuates more than the first two, but its long-term growth potential is undeniable. Inside are firms leading the world in market cap, innovation, and profit. You don't have to guess who wins. You own them all. This isn't betting. It's owning the digital future. Wholesale. In a market of uncertainty, this ETF provides one certainty: the future is tech-driven. And this is how you gain exposure with precision and scale. Pause. Another edge. This ETF has a lower expense ratio than its older sibling, giving you the same exposure with greater efficiency. That means more of your money stays invested, compounding silently over time. Pause. Paired with the foundational growth and dividend income ETFs, this tech allocation adds explosive potential. It's not about luck or trading hype. It's about positioning your portfolio to grow with global trends. This is how you stop missing out and start riding the real economic shifts. The fourth ETF, defensive backbone for your portfolio. Pause. No one mentions defense when markets are rising, but when they crash, those without it. Regret first. Pause. This ETF focuses on value companies, real businesses with steady cash flow, real customers, and lasting strength. They don't ride hype. They thrive on fundamentals. This ETF is your anchor when things shake. It doesn't aim to shine, it exists to protect. Pause. It holds you steady when everything else breaks, and protection isn't optional. It's the silent power that keeps the system alive. When the tech sector plunges, these companies often remain profitable. When fear spreads, they still pay dividends. No inflated dreams, just strong balance sheets and consistent returns. Pause. This ETF acts like the airbag in a financial vehicle. You hope you never need it. But when chaos hits, it saves your portfolio from disaster. Without defense, you're not investing, you're gambling. This ETF ensures you stay in the game long enough to win. It's not about excitement, it's about survival. Pause. This ETF focuses on essentials: healthcare, finance, consumer staples sectors that survive recessions. Many holdings increase dividends year after year, combined with the other three ETFs. This fund brings the balance most portfolios lack. Pause. Growth without defense is reckless. Income without resilience is weak. This ETF locks in your long-term staying power. It's not flashy, it's foundational. And no serious investor builds a long-term strategy without a piece that can endure the storm. This is that piece, four together. A complete, resilient strategy. Pause. A single tool solves nothing. But when four ETFs are aligned with purpose, they form a complete financial engine. One drives broad market growth, one brings steady cash flow, one captures innovation, one anchors with stability. Pause. Each has a distinct job, none overlap. This isn't diversification for the sake of it. It's a deliberate structure, a blueprint that transforms scattered investing into a strategy with power, direction, and discipline. This is how you turn chaos into control. Pause. Think of it like building a team. Growth leads, dividends sustain, innovation accelerates, value defends. Together, they move through any economic season. When the market is euphoric, you gain. When it drops, you're buffered. This setup doesn't just survive, it adapts. Pause. You're not betting on sectors or trends. You're building a self-balancing system, one that works in silence. One that doesn't flinch in panic. It doesn't just diversify. It makes your entire financial life more anti-fragile. Pause. This strategy lets you own the entire economy. with a structure that adjusts naturally. 4 ETFs, 4 roles, 1 engine, no guesswork, no overload, just the key drivers of growth, income, innovation, and protection. Whether you're building from scratch or refining what you've started, this system delivers clarity. Pause, you're no longer chasing performance. You're building a machine that keeps compounding. While others hesitate, it's the difference between playing defense and owning the field. This portfolio plays to win, adjustable by age, not by guessing. Pause, the real power here lies in flexibility. This system bends to your stage of life without losing its strength. Pause, in your 20s or 30s, you lean heavily into growth and tech. In your 40s or 50s, you balance it with dividends and value. Near retirement, you shift further toward income and defense. No need to rebuild from scratch. Just adjust the ratios. This isn't rigid investing. This is a living strategy. Adaptive, intentional, and sustainable for every financial season. Pause. Younger investors have time, so they should embrace volatility, more tech, more growth, more compounding. Middle-aged investors should stabilize, add dividends, bring balance. Those approaching retirement need income and safety first. Pause. And the beauty is, you don't need new ETFs. You just rebalance. This structure doesn't punish late starters or reward early ones unfairly. It respects where you are and gives you full control. Pause. This isn't guessing the future. This is planning for the future with clarity. Pause. Most investors fail because they follow one formula their whole life. But life isn't static, and your portfolio shouldn't be either. Financial success doesn't require perfection. It requires adjustment. Pause. The system you now hold allows you to shift without breaking anything. You remain on track, regardless of age or timing. No one is too late, no one too early. As long as you adjust, you progress. It's no longer about age, it's about alignment with your real life. The less you touch, the more you gain. Pause. Most people lose money, not because they invest poorly, but because they interfere too often. They tweak, panic, jump ship, then regret, but investing doesn't reward speed. Pause. It rewards patience. This 4 ETF strategy thrives on stillness. It doesn't need daily management. It needs space to grow. Pause. The more you check it, the more you want to change it, the more you change it, the more you get in the way. Real wealth grows quietly. When you let it pause, you don't need to chase market noise. You don't need to monitor every dip or headline. Set your plan. Check in occasionally. Rebalance maybe once or twice a year. Pause. Let compounding do its thing. This isn't laziness, it's control. Ironically, doing less here means doing better. Your silence becomes your strength. Let the system run. Let your discipline shine. Pause. The winners in investing aren't always the smartest. They're often just the most consistent. Simplicity wins long term. Simplicity is not weakness. It's the edge. In a world chasing the next big thing, being boring is your secret weapon. Pause. This portfolio asks nothing fancy, just that you trust the system. Trust the structure. Don't try to outsmart it. The moment you stop over-managing is the moment your returns start working. Don't be the obstacle, be the owner. Step back, not because you don't care, but because you've already chosen right. Now let that decision compound. Wealth isn't luck, it's a strategy. Pause. You don't need a huge starting amount to build wealth. Whether you have $500 or 500, the framework works. Pause. It doesn't ask you to be brilliant. It doesn't ask you to predict markets. It asks you to commit. Pause. The moment you treat investing like a process, not a lottery, you rise above the chaos. You don't need to win every week. You just need to stay in the game. Pause. And that game is built on structure, not noise. Each ETF has its purpose. One grows, one pays, one innovates, one protects. Together, they form the core of a long-term strategy. Pause. This isn't about flashy gains. It's about freedom. No more alarms to pay bills. No more grinding for money. This isn't just a financial move. It's a lifestyle shift. The portfolio grows with you. As you evolve, it does too, from seed to legacy. This plan doesn't demand perfection, just action and time. That's enough. Picture your future. No money anxiety. No panic. No guessing. Pause. Just you, your system, and time doing the work. That's not a dream. It's a direction. You're not chasing wealth. You're building it, and you're doing it on purpose. Pause. With 4 ETFs, luck no longer matters. Complexity no longer scares you. What you need now isn't more advice. It's execution. Begin today, because your most valuable asset isn't the money you invest, it's the time you still have. In conclusion, you don't need more choices. You need a proven blueprint. Pause. Markets may shift daily, but the core principles don't change. Consistent growth, steady income, future forward exposure, strong defense. Pause. With just 4 ETFs placed correctly, in the right ratios, you can build a portfolio that survives downturns and silently generates wealth every single day. Pause. No rushing, no guessing, just staying the course. This isn't investing, this is a survival strategy. Pause, and if you apply it today, you won't have to fight for money tomorrow.